right, guys, what is going on? And welcome back to the Back Porch Show with your man Fonz.
Anquan.
Hey, man, how's it going this time?
It's going good. Better than the first time.
That part. So, before we jump into it, I want to thank everybody that's watching right now. Of course, thank all our subscribers, even the ones that came on in the last couple of weeks. We appreciate you guys. But check this out. If y'all would do me a favor, those of y'all that's watching, share the video and let's help push these numbers up. You know what I'm saying? It'll help us out in the long run, especially with all the cost of this equipment and all this good stuff. It'll help us out. Because we kind of funded this out our own personal funds. So we're trying to get that YouTube money. But we're gonna we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. So first topic. So a lot of trades have happened over the course of the off season, and so now what we're going to do is dissect a few of some of the ones that happened and give our take on it. So, Marquand, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start it off.
All right. Best trades or one best trade that has happened this season, I feel like is Sam Darnold. The Sam Darnold effect in Seattle is affecting the same. The same it was in Minnesota. It was a lot of talk with Sam about how he'll perform with Justin Jefferson without Justin Jefferson as his number one. Of course, during that off season, the Seattle Seahawks, they go out and they sign Cooper Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of add a little juice. And then they have a for sure running back in K9, Kenneth Walker. And so
Right.
yeah, I really think he has outperformed the critics. Now it's a lot of football left, so I ain't gonna get too excited. I'm pretty sure Sam Darnold will show up one of these days. The one that we know about, the Jet Sam Darnold,
Yeah. Yeah.
or the Panther Sam Darnold, whichever one. But
Right.
so far, he has been balling. I mean, I think he's ranked number 13 right now as far as statistics go. And he been playing pretty good, man. He's been getting his reads, the ball out quick to his reads. They running the football well in Seattle, and their defense is pretty good too in Seattle. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Sam Darnold is definitely one that I would like to mention for one of a good trade.
For sure, because last year with Sam Darnold, he was a 4,000 yard passer, and his touchdown to interception ratio was 35-12. So with the Seahawks, like I wanted Sam Darnold to go to the Raiders initially, but I'm kind of glad he with the Seahawks because you got that defense and they're able to run the ball. So with Sam Darnold, I think that was a good one. The one I looked at, you got to be Michael Parsons to the Packers. I think that's a division altering trade and signing because he did sign a contract up there. I kind of feel like it does tilt the NFC North in the Packers' favor now because you got the sleeping giant with the Detroit Lions out there beating up on everybody. But yeah, Micah Parsons to the Packers. Now, when it comes down to that game the other night when it ended in a 40-40 tie, we're not going to hold that against Micah Parsons. I'm sorry that the collective units as a whole somebody had to stop somebody. I mean, even though the game could have been won, but we all know the shenanigans that happened in that game.
Right.
But yeah, Micah Parsons to the Packers.
And I mean, let's just be real. When the media tends to hype games, teams show up, and I just think the Cowboys showed up for this game. This the best that they looked all season. And they ain't want to get beat by Michael Parsons, and Michael Parsons didn't want to get beat by the Cowboys.
Yes.
So I mean, it ended like it should have in a tie, which will
Yeah.
probably cause some playoff confusion and some contusions
Yeah.
when it gets to the end of the season. But I'm just gonna be real, call a spade a spade. The Cowboys ain't looked good all season. The defense still ain't good. If it wasn't for George Pickens showing up the way he did, it would have been a different outcome. But again, like we discussed, what y'all did not see, Micah Parsons did produced 35% of pressures on 15. Pressures that the doggone Packers drew up. So he did his part. The other 10 guys did not. And yeah,
Yeah, nobody's defense really.
nobody. I mean, the Cowboys defense been trash. I mean, let's just be real. They really haven't been good since Dan Quinn has left. But even Diggs is getting cooked. I mean, he's a
Mm.
zone corner. I mean, he produces his interceptions off of the pressure getting there. And then what's his name? Blayton. I think he's a man to man, but the defense has just not been good. Hence why I don't understand why they gave Michael Parsons away for Kenny Clark, which is another great pass rusher, but one is in the middle of the pack, one is on the outside. I feel like for most runners, the outside, containing the outside, um, it's definitely more important to me as a guy. I mean, I could be wrong, but I would want to defend the outside more than the inside. But nevertheless, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the outside is more for your home run hitters, because usually you receive on the outside. He's running the go route, you run the 9 route, maybe a quick slant here and there. Inside is more for your post routes and your dig routes and all that stuff. But getting back, but speaking of George Pickens, that was my next one. George Pickens to the Cowboys. At first, I didn't understand the pick, but I feel like with CeeDee Lamb, once he gets healthy, and with George Pickens on the other side, I feel like that has potential to actually make some noise in the NFC East, because
Well,
it's not much to talk about outside of Philly in the NFC East. Maybe Washington. That was my team last year, but
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
uh, I don't know. If we can get that same production that we got out of George Pickens the other night versus the Packers when CD Lamb get back, then I will put him in there.
yeah,
But when you don't have anybody there, and I mean, you're pretty much George Pickens, respectfully, could be a number one in some other systems. So I mean, he is playing a two, but at the same time, I want to see what George Pickens is going to do when CD Lamb get back, when those targets kind of decrease,
that part.
and that
That's my
he's not,
only trepidation
you
about
know,
that pick, about that
but George Pickens
trade.
nice. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and be a hater of the boy, but yeah, me personally, I didn't think he was gonna be successful over there because it's Dallas. I mean, they don't even know how to take care of themselves. Nevertheless, it's George Pickens. So yeah,
Another one that kind of raised my eyebrow was Laramie Tunsil to the Commanders.
uh,
If you know about the history of Laramie Tunsil, if you know, you know. I'm hoping for that one. So far, Jaden Daniels got hurt and been out. It was out the last couple of games.
right.
So the
Well,
jury is kind of still out on that. And Laramie Tunsil, that's your left tackle. That's your man. That's your guy. On the offensive line, your left tackle, he got to be that guy.
right.
And there's a strong history with left tackles in this league. But yeah, Laramie Tunsil. And then to your point about DK Metcalf to the Steelers, that was another one that I scratched my head about. But in kind of watching the Steelers from afar, seeing how it's running with the Aaron Rodgers experiment, it's looking pretty decent. I ain't even gonna front with you.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think the reason why it's not a big time story right now is because the Steelers recipe is still running that ball. And if you watch the game versus the Vikings that we just had, it was about that run game. And Kenneth Gainwell, he had a good, run game going. I think he rushed for over 100 yards, and 2 tubs. And DK, he did take a slant to the house, which he's actually pretty darn going fast.
Yeah,
But yeah, you know, the system for it really isn't echoing DK, but also in the same token, in the same sentence, I feel like just the same way that we used them this past game and the slide outside, da 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 da. I think that's the way we need to continue using him because he's an asset to that offense and he's going to draw attention. and so I like him in the slot, honestly. But yeah, just speaking of slot players or physical players, when you said something about the Commanders, that made me think about Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, that was
And,
my next one.
yeah, Deebo Samuel, that was a great trade. Um, you know, steal. As we know, Scary Terry or Terry McCarlin, he hasn't been in the best of football shape here lately. I don't know
That's what the
whether it's
holdout do to you.
or whether it was due to the holdout or whatever, but he hasn't really been looking like this Terry that I know or that we know. So Debo has really stepped up and
Yeah.
he used them. He's so versatile in the run game and stuff like that. So I think that's another good trade too.
And then too, Debo is actually healthy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Your best ability is what? Availability. And Debo is actually healthy. So that's why you're seeing a kind of a early return on investment for Debo Samuel.
Right.
All right. So let's switch gears for a minute. Let's talk a little bit about the NBA and your favorite guy. LeBron James, and will his career end with the Lakers?
Funds.
He's currently under contract for the Lakers for the 25-26 season. After exercising his player option, he will be an unrestricted free agent in the summer of 2026. So, for what I've read about this topic, and this is the first I've ever heard of anybody in the NBA is actually planning their farewell, uh, their farewell tour. Which I mean, honestly, I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm not gonna be a fan in any shape or form, but I got to give the guy his flowers where he is. And do I think his career is going to end in LA? Probably so. Probably so. He's been in there well over a generation now, and for what he's done career wise, I got to give the man his credit. I'm again, I am not a LeBron James. I'm not a LeBron sexual, but I got to give the man his credit.
Yeah. I mean,
He's box office.
I feel like I think it will end, but I would love for him to go back to Cleveland. Just to go on home part, and plus, I really think Cleveland is a really good basketball team where he can fit in well and maybe even take him back to a championship. Because, as everybody knows, Cleveland has not had much success since he left Cleveland. now, Cleveland Cavaliers, they haven't been in the playoffs since he's been gone.
But then they had like the number one, the best record in the Eastern Conference last year.
I believe at one point, I know their defense is tough. Yeah, I'm talking about as far as championship goes, nobody has did it since he left. And I think it'll just be good. I mean, I think he'll fit in well with them. The great defender got the Twin Towers over there, and Jared Allen and doggone Evan Mobley. I would like for him. If I had to choose where he would go, I think he could go back to Cleveland and potentially make some noise over there in the East, where he is the king of the East. But yeah, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but fortunately, it'll probably end in LA just because of everything that he got going on over there.
Yeah.
His son is over there now. I mean, it's just, and it's a lot of money in LA too. It's Hollywood. And he's a Hollywood type of guy. So I think he'll stay in LA and retire over there.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. You are a LeBron. You're the resident LeBron fan on the show, right? Is LeBron, in your eyes, the greatest Laker of all time?
No.
Thank you. I'm glad, boy. See, we were about to have a debate. We was going to have a debate, boy. I'm trying to tell you. How dare you disrespect Magic and Kobe?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. I don't put him over Kobe, but I could potentially argue about Magic. But at best, he's third. He's the third best Laker.
Okay,
probably over there. The number 2 spot, I feel like between him and Magic is very debatable.
Showtime Lakers, man.
Yeah.
See,
I don't know,
you
man.
ain't see them. You didn't see them, so I can't hold that to you. I can't put your feet in the fire for that one because you didn't see them.
Right. Yeah.
I saw the tail end of the Showtime Lakers.
Right. Yeah. See, I ain't get to see all that. I could really just go off of the statistics alone and what I feel like. I feel like, I look at Magic and I look at LeBron. I know LeBron, the game is more versatile as far as what he could do on the court, the positions he can fill on the court. Now, Magic Johnson, he was a 6'8" point guard. Um, and so, Magic was good. At the end of the day, Magic was good. Um,
I will
but
argue.
that's something that we could definitely argue
I
on
will
a
argue that LeBron is the fourth greatest Laker
fourth.
because we can't leave out Kareem.
Oh,
We
Lord.
cannot leave out Kareem.
I don't even
Nope.
think that even counts.
Nah, but hey, we cannot. Hey,
That was way back when.
but still, he was a Laker. We talk about
Is
Lakers.
Kareem better than Kobe?
I can't say it was. God Almighty, see, you about to get me in trouble
See, I mean,
because because I
what
look,
is the reason?
I
What
ain't
is the
got the
reason?
mentality to go in the comments and defend myself. But if I was to rank them based on personal preference, people,
Mm.
I would say Kobe 1, Magic 2, Kareem 3, then LeBron.
Mm. And I really can't even argue about the whole LeBron Laker thing because I
Because he's
mean,
not
LeBron has only been over there for what, maybe 4 or 5
5.
years.
Yeah. So
So
I can't even really put him on the, like you said, I can't put him on the Mount Rushmore Lakers because he was not brought into the league as a Laker.
Laker, yeah,
The other guys were career Lakers
he
and
is
some from Minnesota when they moved to LA.
right, but he is one of the greatest players that have touched the Lakers court. In my opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
I give you that. He was one of, and
yeah,
that's a
but
tall order.
yeah.
That's a very tall order. But
No, we're gonna have to dig a little deeper
we
on that
we
one.
we, we could talk all day. I don't want to make look 2025, 2026. I'm trying to be good because I don't want to make the LeBron
You can't be
centrals
good, man.
mad.
That's
Cause
what they want. You got to give the people what they want. That's what
I
those
got to get the
do.
people what they want. I got to
Yeah.
say he not even on the list. That
Yeah.
would have caused a stir.
That would cause a problem. But
Somebody at pantyhose was gonna get in the butt.
I don't
Not
know.
my LeBron.
Yeah, that's a tough one. For me,
That's a good topic. Let us know
yeah,
in the comments though. Like who would you put on the Lakers Mount Rushmore? Like
yeah.
that'll be a good one. But going back to the topic at hand, they didn't extend him. The Lakers
Exactly.
did not give him an extension. So
No.
that tells me either he's gonna hang it up after this year. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Cause
No.
that's a 40-year-old body going up and down that court now.
Yeah, I think he got it though.
I think the Lakers they're easing they're transitioning into the Luka Doncic era. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they gave Dallas. I don't know what's going on with them Dallas teams, but the
Mhm.
Dallas they just they
They
gave him
different. They
they gave
different.
him Luka for a bag of chips. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I think this is the final year. I mean, like I said, he's been in the league since '03, fresh
Right.
out of high school. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think it's time.
I don't know. I think he's gonna play one more year after this year,
I
and
wouldn't.
then because he hasn't, because he's such a great player. He hasn't really
40.
announced his retirement yet, and
He's
for
not.
a guy like him, that just got a lot of things going on. I think he's gonna actually announce when he's gonna retire.
But
So I'm hoping that
he
he's
does
gonna
desire this farewell tour.
right.
So he wants an elaborate announced final season, the farewell tour, kind of similar to what Kobe did.
Right,
Um,
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But he don't want to go out quiet like Mike did. Mike,
Nah,
he
Mike
came
Mike
back with the
out
Wizards.
smoking cigars,
Y'all
playing
LeBron
golf and stuff.
sexuals talk junk about Mike, and that's y'all use the Wizards as your linchpin. But I
Yeah.
think like I said, I really think he gonna hang it up because when you're 40, see, I'm 40 myself. Yeah, he's an athlete, he's in shape and this, that, and the other, but them joints and them bones and them muscles don't heal up quick like they did when you was 25.
Right, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, and then two these past few seasons, LeBron won't able to finish out because he was hurting, leg was worn, knee was worn. You don't want to you don't want to go past your prime because one thing about father time.
Well, he already passed that.
Well, I mean, yeah, he well past the prime, but one thing about father time is though he is undefeated. Like he ain't lost the case yet.
Right. And also, I mean, you got to think about it too. His kids is athletes too.
That's true.
So, I don't really think he's ever going to get in the game. Then he got one of them that's actually playing on the same team as he is.
Yeah, for better or
Well,
worse.
or in the G League or whatever you want to call.
Yeah.
So, I don't think he'll ever get away from it. And like I said, that's why I really think he's going to play an additional year. I think 2026, 2027 is the year that he actually retire. I'm hoping that he don't do us dirty, man, because a person like me that's been a Bron fan majority of my life, I need to know so I can go to the LeBron James fan. Game before I need to know. So he need to let me know is it this season or next year when he gonna retire so I can make it. So yeah.
So all right, quick debate question. Here we go. Now we're talking about NBA as a whole. Where do you put LeBron on the Mount Rushmore of the NBA?
3.
So who's in front of him?
Jordan and Kobe.
Y'all heard it here first.
Normally I would say number 1. Or number 2. I really would typically say number 2, but today, like you said, I'm trying to be good. Yada yada yada. So I'm just gonna say number 3 because it's Jordan, Kobe, and then it's LeBron. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you got to think about it. He's up there, and it's only a handful of people up there. It's only 4 places on Mount Rushmore. But because we are who we are, we're gonna put 5 up there. But I mean, 3 is great.
I think 3 is pretty good. I think 3 is solid.
I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. I swear I am gonna be good.
You keep having questions, man. Like you want something to pop off.
I'm itching, but I ain't trying to scratch right now because my mama told me never scratch on camera.
Good God Almighty.
But y'all, hey, another one. Let us know in the comments what y'all think. Like who is on your Mount Rushmore in the NBA. Right. But I think we can go ahead and call it right here, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, in the comments, of course, let us know what trade or signing has made some sort of impact on the NFL team, or if it's your favorite team. Let us know in the comments, and also with the LeBron James discussion, do you think his career is going to end in LA this year or next year? And who is on your Mount Rushmore? Y'all got a lot of homework to do.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning into this show, man. We cannot do this show without y'all. Matter of fact, whenever we get up here to do this show, we have y'all in mind. And of course, please hit that subscribe button. Hit it, share it, let people know that we out here, that we doing what we got to do. And of course, if you're on Facebook, and y'all see up there in the top corner is the Back Porch on Facebook, we will let you in there. Don't even worry about it. If you're a Cowboy fan, come to. Hey, I need some therapy myself. But I don't know what in the world going on here. But we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. So this has been the Back Porch Show with your man Fonz.
And Corn.
And we are out.